is the day that we will hopefully get a bit closer to getting some answers as to what's been going on with Sia. We have arrived. On discussion with one of our lovely vets, Evie, we have decided it would be easier today to bring Sia to the vets to have things done. So I boxed her up at home. It's only taken us about 20 minutes to get here and we are just waiting for Evie to arrive. You good girl? Well, it is now Wednesday evening and it has taken me until now to digest everything that happened at the vet trip on Friday. As you can probably tell, it did not go as expected at all. It was a different vet that saw Sia on Friday than who had seen her originally when everything started. And the first thing she said when I got her off the trailer was, "There is no way this pony can possibly have EMS." Long story short, Evie did a full check-up of Sia and took bloods. She didn't think it was possible that she'd had laminitis, had EMS, had PPID or had PSSM. The bloods came back that afternoon and showed that she doesn't have EMS and she doesn't have PPID, and really showed absolutely nothing. When the vet checked Sia over on Friday, she thought there was potential that Sia was sore around her SI or had inflammation around the pelvis due to Sia being really kind of tense and twitchy when this area was touched. However, infection markers in the blood were not up, which showed she had no kind of inflammatory infection of the pelvis. And I then got my lovely body worker for the ponies, Jen, to come and see Sia on Sunday. And again, we had no answers. In the whole kind of hour and 40 minutes that Jen was working with Sia, she showed no signs of having pain in her SI. There was no kind of pain response around her back end with any of the exercises Jen did, nothing like that. There was some slight tenderness and a little bit of stiffness through her back end, but Jen said nothing alarming and nothing that wasn't consistent with a pony that had worked hard all winter and then been on box rest for, well, initially at that point she'd been in for 5 weeks when she's used to being out all the time, and since that Jen has compared her notes from Sunday to her notes from when she saw Sia in spring last year, and actually her findings were very, very much the same. Which means the slight tenderness around Sia's back end is nothing new. So we still have no answers. The main issue currently is that whilst all of this has been going on and Sia was on box rest and on a very restricted diet because of potentially having laminitis, she has dropped an awful lot of condition, and bless her, the poor soul, she does not look great. And last week, I think it was Wednesday, was it Wednesday or was it Thursday? Wednesday or Thursday last week, Sia got bitten or stung by something on the inside of her hind left hock and took a reaction to it, and it got infected. So Sia is on an extended course of antibiotics for that. I was given Danilon from... Where are you going? She's gone. Crystal's going to stand with us instead. I was given Danilon from the vet who thought that she had pain in her SI. Jen had said that she didn't feel that she had pain in her SI to warrant the Danilon. However, while she's on antibiotics and got this infection of her hock, I am going to keep her on the Danilon. So the plan with Sia's management has now very much changed. She doesn't need to be on any kind of restricted grazing, and we really need to get weight back on her, so she is back out 24/7 with the others and on a pretty hefty feed morning and night to try and get some condition back on her. She's having all of this week off, and then next week I'm going to start doing some in-hand walking with her up the hill beside the field, and then at the end of that week Jen is coming back to have another look at her. That going well, hopefully I will be able to up the in-hand work with her. Until she has got more condition back on her, there is no way that she is being ridden, so she is very much just going to be out trying to get that condition back on. So whatever has gone on with Sia is still very, very much a mystery. We are very much just taking things day by day, week by week with her. But for now, she is sound. She seems happy. She's out munching and she's just being a pony. I'm really, really hoping that over the next few months things can get back to normal, but her health and happiness is always my #1 priority. So yes, it's not what we expected, not what I thought I would be saying after the vet visit on Friday, but you know what? I've still got my lovely Sia Sue out in the field with her pals, munching, being a pony and giving cuddles all the time. And you know what? The only thing I want for her is for her to be healthy and happy. Hopefully in a few weeks / months time I will be able to update you with what more is going on with Sia, but for now that is that. The mystery continues, but it wasn't laminitis, it wasn't EMS, it wasn't PPID and it wasn't PSSM. So we still very much do not know what is going on with Miss Sia Sue. Thanks for watching. Bye!